Today's question comes from Cindy in Kansas. She says, we have about $185,000 of equity in our house. With rates being what they are right now, is there anything we can do with our equity? Or should we wait till rates drop to possibly take out money to finish the basement and redo the deck? We have great credit and owe $115,000 on the house. We just don't understand if there's any benefit to having all this equity. We do plan to move in the next 2 years due to better schools. Would pulling from the equity of our house to finish the basement to increase our square footage to 3,000 square feet be smart? I got an offer from the bank saying I could take out an interest-only payment for 10 years. But I never heard of that before, and I didn't know if it's a good thing.
We're from the bank, and we're here to help.
Yeah, those words don't go together. And if they do, they're lies. They are not here to help. I want to make sure we're speaking the same language here, because words like debt and loans and interest rates, I don't care a whole lot about that. What I do care about is this equity in your home. And the great thing about that equity, Cindy, is that's of value to you. That's wealth that you're building in your home. And no, I would not take that out to do repairs. You're stealing and robbing from your future when you do that. What I would do is start putting aside money to do those repairs on your home yourself and pay cash for those. And you might be thinking, yeah, Jade, but I'm going to move in 2 years and, won't I get the money back? Maybe, maybe not, but I'd rather have that money in equity so that when I go to move, you're getting all that money back to put on your next home. If you take all that money now, you're not going to have much of a down payment to roll over into the next home. Does that make sense? So no, I would not pull out all of that equity. As a matter of fact, depending on what your situation is, if you don't have any debt, I'd actually double down and start paying more to pay off the home. Or like you said, you could put some of that money aside to save for the renovations. I would not deal with the bank on this. I would not go into debt for this. Not doing it. That's all I can say.
So, Cindy, for you and those like you that say, I never heard of that before, an interest-only loan payment for 10 years. Well, interest-only means you paid only the interest, which means you paid nothing on the debt, which means this goes on forever and ever. Amen.
Mm-hmm. Not only 10 years.
Forever and ever. Amen. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. There's no end to it. None whatsoever. It just goes on. You're going to be in debt forever. And the big problem with that is that you write checks every month for the privilege of going nowhere, just running like a rat in a wheel. That's what interest only is. No traction, no progress. And we know from having studied wealthy people that one of the primary things people do, there's two things that really cause people to get their first $1 million to $5 million in net worth. The two primary things are they invest steadily in their retirement plans and good growth stock mutual funds like 401ks and Roth IRAs, and they pay off their home, not pay only the interest and stay in debt forever and ever and ever and ever. So the product that the bank is offering you here is to screw you, which is what banks do, and they're there to mess you over. That's their job, and they're good at it. And they're to take interest from you and keep you in debt perpetually. So people that do this type of loan are what we call middle class, perpetually. There's nothing evil about being middle class, but when you do middle class stupid things that cause you to stay middle class, when you had the ability to be much higher in the socioeconomic strata, meaning you had millions of dollars in net worth, and you had a great, solid, wonderful golden rocking chair at your retirement, instead of, I hope the government will take care of me, which is well known for its ability to handle money. This is a stupid plan, okay? So, no, we don't do that. So the deal is, here's some things that, we could just take a second and talk about this. It's a good idea. Because I grew up in a slightly lower middle-class family, okay? And so I watched people do middle-class stuff, okay? Here's what middle-class... by the way, there's poor people stuff that they do, too.
Sure.
And then there's rich people stuff that you do.
Yes.
And it's not that a person is better by character than another by doing these things. These are just the financial moves that cause you to stay in one of these areas, okay? Poor people would be payday lender.
Yes.
Pawn shop. Title loans. pay at payday. What do you call it?
Payday loan. Like
Pay at the car lot. Whatever it is. What do you call it?
tote the note.
Tote the note. Rent to own your freaking washer and dryer.
Yes.
And pay about 5x for it when you do that. These are poor people's lottery. Lottery is going to make me
lottery.
rich. By the way, almost all lottery tickets, 78% of lottery tickets are sold in poor zip codes. Yeah, and in Tennessee, the lottery money is used to send middle class and upper class people's kids to school. They pay for they give you $3,000, $4,000 for tuition. So in Tennessee, poor people are sending rich and middle class people's kids to college. So isn't that a wonderful program? I just love it. It's awesome. And so so that's poor people stuff. Okay, middle class people stuff is car payments. Car payment. I'm going to get rich on airline miles with my credit card.
HELOCs.
HELOCs. I'm gonna take a second mortgage out, interest only, and fix up my basement and build a deck because I deserve it. I believe all the SoFi commercials. The pretty people.
Student loans.
Student loans. Middle class. Some lower class, but mainly middle class. Keep you middle class forever. Whole life insurance.
That's a good one. Yes, whole life.
Leasing a car.
Yes.
Very middle class. Very middle class. So rich people don't ask how much down and how much a month. They ask how much. They avoid payments. They pay for it or they don't buy it. And that's what got them to be rich, and it's what keeps them rich. And so the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Yep, because you keep doing the same crap that causes it in both cases. And so you keep doing rich people stuff, you get to be rich people. I'm telling you, you make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year in America today, and you do rich people stuff for the next decade,
you'll be all
you
right.
will not be poor anymore.
No, you'll be all right.
You just do the stuff they do. You pay cash for things. You buy used cars. You don't lease stuff. You don't finance your freaking vacations.
Yes.
You stay out of the timeshare office. You run the whole life agent out with a stick out of your living room. Get out!
Get
out! Get! You do. This is what you do, right? You start doing this stuff. And it's not a character thing.
Yeah.
Because if it's a character thing, I would not have anything.
Absolutely.
Because I'm so dumb, I had to become a millionaire twice.
Yeah.
I lost it all the first time because I did stupid butt stuff. So it's not that. But figure out, and there's even stuff that people do by age group. Okay, number one mistake people do when they graduate from college:
student loans.
No, they already had those.
Oh, they buy a new car.
Ding, 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 ding.
They got their big boy, big girl job. They get a car.
And I have to get a big girl car payment to go with my big girl job because I'm embarrassed to drive the college car. God help you. What a 1% problem is that? You had a college car. These are things that most people never even dream of having in one sentence.
I know, that's
And you
right.
had that regardless of if it was a hoopty. But I had to go get a $35,000 car because the one I had didn't have an airbag. Oh, you're killing me here. Yeah. So this is ding, 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 ding. There's age group mistakes. There's social stratum mistakes and or behaviors that cause you to be in that social strata. So if you want to level up, you change your behaviors.
That's right.
You change your habits. You change your views. Where there is no vision, the people perish. That's like die. Vision is key. And that is, I want to level up. I'm going to do stuff I've never done before, so I have things I never had before. I'm going to pay a price to win. I'm not going to follow all the freaking all my broke friends that got an opinion about money. Go do what your broke friends do and see if you don't look like one of your broke friends. That's pretty dumb.